Welcome to Feel Better with Lauren. I'm Lauren. Thanks for joining me. Today is about recovery and relaxation. We're going to do 6 relatively simple poses. We're going to hold each pose for about 10 breaths, and our breaths are going to be slightly longer than usual, about 7 seconds in and 7 seconds out. And we're not going to be pushing towards an edge today. Rather, we're going to be relaxing and letting our body go back to its base. The more challenging part of today is holding those poses and not fighting against your body. Rather, you're going to relax into your body. You're going to let your body tell you when it wants to stop, and you're going to feel better. We're going to start by breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. Push all that stale air out and replenish it with nice oxygenated air. And then after that, just in and out through our nose. So in through our nose, two more breaths. Last breath. Now keep breathing through your nose. We'll start off in butterfly pose, which is our feet together. Everyone does this stretch at the beginning. Today, the closer you have your heels, the more intense the stretch is. The further out, the less intense it is. Find the comfortable spot where you can stay there for 10 breaths. If you want to put a little something underneath your hips to give you a little support, like some blocks, that's pretty good. And let's keep your back as sort of straight as you can. So let's hold this for about 10 breaths. Try to keep your back straighter. Try to let your legs relax even more. Your last slow breath in. Grab the side of your knees and pull your knees together like you're opening a book. And now let's just maybe just wobble at your legs a little bit. Now we're going to do a forward fold. The way to do this for me is to have a bend in your legs first, unless you're super flexible and you already go down. Put a little bend in your legs, hold onto your toes or the side of your feet, and as you relax into this, you can shuffle either back a little bit or forward, and just straighten things out a little bit. So again, for about 10 breaths. And each breath in, you create some space, and each breath out, relax into that. You're going to stretch the back of your legs and the back in your back. So inhale and exhale. Relax everything down. Now, your last big slow breath in. Slowly come up and sort of move your legs around a little bit again. Move your body around just a little bit. Feel yourself moving around. We're just going to lie back on our mat now, or space. Find a little equilibrium for a moment here. You can move your hands, just move yourself a little bit, nothing fast. And let's bring our knees into our chest. We'll just use that to sort of straighten our spine. I'm not going to hold this for too long. What we are going to do is we're going to keep our knees together. I'm just going to really relax supine twist. Let's go over to the right first. Put your right hand on your quads and your left hand back, and let's relax into this for 10 breaths. Each breath in, you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch in your back, but don't stretch your back too hard. You're just relaxing it. 2 more slow breaths. Last breath in. So let's roll over to center. Maybe help your knees up with your hands. Again, move your legs back and forth. Let everything sort of reset. And let's hug our knees into our chest just to straighten everything up again. And keep your knees together. And go over to the left side. Just a gentle supine twist. Let yourself fall open. You're not pushing, you're just relaxing. So 10 breaths again, nice and slow. 2 more breaths left, nice and slow. Last breath. Now help your knees up again if you'd like. Sit back on your, just so the wind chill wash your, wipe your knees apart. Just sort of letting everything sort of fall back into the place it wants to be. Now put your knees to your chest again. Maybe just rock back and forward a little bit there. Again, just massage out your spine. Just letting everything fall back into the place that it wants to be. Next, we're going to roll ourselves up to a squat at the front. It's the hardest one, but it's also the most satisfying thing if you can get your feet nice and flat and push out onto your knees with your triceps and just relax in there. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. So let's just gently roll if you can, or you can just sit up and up to a squat at the front of your mat. Tuck in my back here. Your feet sort of hip distance apart, faced out a little bit, keeping your back as straight as you can, nice and relaxed. And just let your body ease into this. If this isn't comfortable, you could sit cross-legged for a few moments. You could do any sort of other stretch and just roll out your wrists as well. Let's try to sit here for about 10 breaths. 2 more breaths. And the last breath. Plant your hands in front of you. Straighten everything back. Go back to a plank for a second. Put your knees down. Put your elbows down. And just slide forward to a Sphinx pose. And some relief and some relaxation. Keep your butt cheeks flexed, and that'll keep your spine in line. If you want to open up your legs a bit more, that makes the stretch a little easier. And usually I say push up to seal, but I don't think you need to do that today unless you're really feeling that. Just make this a nice, good, stoic stretch for 10 breaths. Here's your last slow breath in. Just fall down onto your forearms for a second. Maybe just rock your hips out again. Again, we're just getting everything, allowing it to fall back into where it wants to be in line. Now that we've made some more space, and let's put our hands beside our chest, and we're just going to go back, tuck our toes in, and push back and stretch out our feet. So on our toes, pushing back onto our feet, but relaxing. So not forcing, not overstretching, and we're just going to hold that for 10 breaths. And then we're on to the last pose after this, which will be child's pose, and we can really relax into things. There's a mental game going on here for sure. Focusing on your breath in and out through your nose. Don't push into the stretch too far. Just let things fall open. Let your feet find their space. You've been on them a lot. 2 more breaths. And the last breath in. Now untuck your toes. Put your big toes close together, almost touching. Put your knees a little bit apart. Keep your hips on your heels. And then relax down into this last pose for about 10 breaths with your forehead maybe on the mat. Let your body just sink into the place that it wants to be with some final relaxation. And after this, maybe you want to do some more breath work, or maybe you just want to plonk in front of the TV and let your body expand into the space you've made for it. Really feel your lower back relaxing into this. Get some space in your hips. Only got 2 more good breaths left. And your last breath. Okay, push yourself out. might feel a little stiff. You should feel your body have work, but then as soon as you go back to its normal space like this, it feels like a whole lot more space that your body can move around in. I'll see you in the next one.
Always talk to your healthcare professional before starting a new regime. If you experience pain, discomfort, or dizziness, slow down or stop. These videos will become easier each day, but if it doesn't feel right today, go slower or move to another video. Listen to your body.